Hey guys, it's Tim and Kathy with Cruise to Retirement, and we are doing a ship review of the Enchanted Princess.
Yes, if you saw our last ship review on the Holland America Koningsdam, you'll know that we are in the middle of a big cruising season.
A long one. It's going from October until almost June.
Yes, and we've got some great stuff coming up, so be sure you subscribe right now. We are going to also be on the Sun Princess.
Ooh.
And on the Emerald.
Now, the Sun Princess is the brand new one.
Yeah, it's pretty
Nice.
new. And then also we're going to be doing Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, Margaritaville. We're going to do a big review at the end of tons of cruise lines.
Yep, we're going to try to compare them a little bit and review them and just say, hey, what did we like?
And what might you like?
Yeah.
Yeah, so be sure you hit subscribe. But right now...
Well, how did we get so many of these cruises?
Well, okay, we paid full price for most of these. I mean, sale price, of course. Nobody pays the full price, but yeah, so like this is a 20-day sailing on the Enchanted Princess. We got on here and found out that the Princess Casino actually has very clear graphs now that show you, or charts that show you how many points you need for free drinks for the rest of your cruise, how many points you need for an actual free cruise at different levels, inside, balcony, etc.
Yeah.
So we've been trying to break into this casino thing because we're tired of watching people cruise for free, right?
All around us, every time we're on a ship. How'd you get on the ship? Oh, I got a free offer. I'm cruising for free.
Yes. We will do a video soon on what we did to earn free cruises and what didn't work when we were trying to get free cruises. And what do free cruises really cost?
Because nothing in life is free, let's face it.
Exactly. But let's just start in the casino, since we weren't really gamblers, but we've really enjoyed the casino on this ship. And we've earned 2 free cruises.
Right, and that's why we've enjoyed it so much, is that we've had the opportunity to actually win. And when you win in a casino, everybody likes the casino. I thought the casino actually was really nice. It's got a smoking section, and then it has a whole separate room, where the bar is, I might point out, for non-smokers. I will say in the non-smoking section, no card games.
No table games.
No.
But lots of slot machines, and the casino bar is beautiful. It's called Take 5.
Take 5 Jazz Bar.
It's a very nice bar.
Yes.
So, I mean, you could go there just for
Relax.
the bar if you want.
Drinks were good too, might add.
Yeah,
All right.
especially free.
So entertainment-wise, casino is obviously an entertainment for us. What other we got? The major theater, the Princess Theater.
Had fantastic production shows. They've really got a great team. One of them was a rock opera, which was really cool.
It was really cool.
And one of them was kind of a very like casual bar scene type thing where they took turns singing, but it was very good.
Very introspective of emotions from the characters and dancers. It was really good.
There was a couple other ones. One was like Jim Henson stuff. We didn't see that.
Didn't see that.
Muppets. One of them was like this futuristic game, like a
so
video game.
You were a player in the game, kind of like the movie Tron way back when.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I like that one. I thought it was good.
We're not really gamer people, so probably if you are, you'd enjoy it more. But
in other words, we didn't understand it.
And there were some other good performers, especially singers, in the main theater.
Right. Let's talk about this World Theater seating situation.
Okay, first of all, these are really narrow seats. Like, I'm not really that wide, and I barely fit in them. I don't know how half of these passengers even fit in the seats.
They're tight. They're tight.
They're more tight than an airplane seat.
Well, I don't know about that. They're tight, though.
You don't think so?
Well, it depends.
They also don't have any drink holders.
Yeah, that is true. And that's very difficult to do.
Yeah,
you know.
and you have to bring your own drink in. There's no bar service in there. And there's nowhere to put it. Maybe they're trying to discourage people from bringing their own drink.
Maybe.
Didn't work on us.
No.
But yeah, it's a slope theater, so there's not an upper section and a lower section. It's just a slope. You can enter off either floor, and it is a nice, comfortable theater, except for the narrowness of the seats.
Absolutely.
So.
Other entertainment. Okay, so the Laugh Lounge is something new for Princess, and this is something they were trying in the Vista Theater for this ship, where they were bringing comedians on and doing comedian shows. And I think that the comedians they brought on were really good. Now,
Oh, sweet.
I think there was some issues with getting seats open in there for the shows.
They need it in the bigger theater because it's very popular, and even with 3 shows a night, you might not be able to get in and get a seat at all.
I mean, Carnival kind of clears out the comedy lounge before they let the next group in, and here on the Enchanted Princess, they weren't doing that. So if there was a
prior show, people would go to that to get a seat
and not leave.
And then during that show, there's people walking in and out trying to get seats, and it's not very nice to the performers.
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of it's great they're doing comedy, but the way they were running it still is a little rough. I think they'll smooth it out though.
Yeah, and then at the smaller venues, really great acoustic guitar guy.
Oh yeah,
some good violins, piano.
Yeah, and their smaller venues, they have the Crooners Lounge, they have the Piazza, which is their main atrium area, and then they have the steakhouse,
Crown Grill Bar, out in front of the steakhouse.
Yeah, and so those were all nice areas for the smaller duet, soloist artists. I thought that was really nice.
Yeah, I did too. And kind of while we're talking about that, let's talk about those areas because they tend to be in bars. And I have to say, Crooner's Bar is a super cool bar.
It is. It kind of takes you back to that whole era of the crooners of Vegas, like the Sinatras
30s, 40s,
and those guys.
Drinks designed around that, everything very thematic.
Yeah, the furniture and everything was kind of like that, and it's comfortable.
They do have a couple wine tasting events, like they do on all Princess ships also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Good Spirit Bar, which is located down in the bottom of the Piazza, has something that's kind of cool.
Yeah, they do like demos that are a combination of video about an area where a drink comes from, like the ingredient sourcing of it, and then they also are looking straight down with the camera at the bar while the bartender live is demonstrating how to make the cocktail.
Yeah.
And they talk about like the history of it and ingredients and
and that was cool. And they were even getting some of the people who were sitting up at the bar involved in making the drink, whether it be shaking the martini shaker or something like that.
So it's pretty fun. They did quite a few drinks at a time, and I think it took place every night.
I think so.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
Most nights. So anyways, that's a kind of fun thing to do, and you can order the drinks that they're featuring if you want, but you don't have to. It's free. It's just, you're just there in the bar.
Yeah.
Whether you're there for that or not.
It's just something going on around that you can enjoy.
Yeah.
Again, it gets crowded. That's the only thing. It's kind of hard to find a seat.
Get crowded.
This ship itself holds I want to say 3,500 people.
And it was full.
Yeah.
For the whole 20 days. Very full, very busy. The Piazza area, of course, has so many things. Watch our ship tour to see all of that.
Down there.
But they do a lot of events, from dance classes to bands playing to things like the Captain's Champagne Fountain, and
they did
New
some
Year's
games
Eve they did a thing.
too.
They've done some games.
Yeah, we were on deck for New Year's Eve.
Yes, we were. We'll talk about New Year's Eve later.
Okay, we'll get into that then.
Okay, but the Piazza is gorgeous.
Gorgeous ship.
Also has that kind of Art Deco. It's kind of a theme on this ship, kind of that
the royal
that
princesses.
30s Art Deco-y feeling.
Yeah, because the Piazza is kind of the same. If you've been on the Majestic Princess or saw my ship tour on that, it's very, very similar to that.
It is the same class of ship, but the Majestic has a lot of really unique aspects to it.
Yeah, this ship doesn't have.
Including a really big observation lounge area at the top that sadly, this ship has nothing like that.
Yeah, it doesn't.
The closest thing it has is the sanctuary, but you know, you're paying an upcharge to be in the sanctuary. And by the way, get it booked the second you're on the ship, if it's even possible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we did that, and they were already fully booked for the first 10 days. They said to come the second day of our first 10 days, because you know, you can take it as 2 separate cruises, to book the second cruise. So that means that a lot of people who are not on the prior cruise are not getting in the sanctuary.
Yeah, no, we almost didn't get in.
It's super worth it though. We just do a half day. It was like $20, and oh my gosh, the cushy lounge chairs, and they serve you tea, and it's honestly the only place on this ship that we really had like serenity, like peace and quiet, and no crowds. And
yeah, it's kind of a hopping ship, and part of that's because it's full. But yeah, it's busy. Lots of stuff going on all the time.
And the venues are so centered around a main area that, and it's 3 stories high. So you kind of hear a lot that's going on in the other areas. Like there's O'Malley's Pub, which is different because a lot of Princess ships, if you sail Princess, have Vine's Bar.
The wine bar.
This does not. This has O'Malley's Pub, which is, they had Irish music going. They had some Irish food for an upcharge in there. Yeah, but you can hear a lot of different things going on. And so it kind of is just a little bit more hubbub kind of feeling. And the way the Crown Grill Bar is, you walk through it, it's a major thoroughfare. So
yeah, I just didn't get the ability to actually get into a place and enjoy it.
Every single place is beautiful. They're comfortable and nice. But we usually do a feature on our favorite quiet places on the ship, like hidden gems. We never found one.
No.
We can't say the sanctuary because that's an upcharge place.
Yeah.
But that was the most peaceful place.
That was. I mean, past that, man, it's just a hopping ship.
Yeah. The pools were extremely busy.
Yes. There's actually 4 pools on this ship. There's the sky pool in the very front, right next to where the sanctuary is.
Yeah, that's an adults only pool.
Yes, and it tends to be quiet, and it's really hard to get sun there because it's really tight down one deck. There's no room to get a lot of sun at the pool, so you have to go up one deck.
Yeah. So
that's one. There are 2 pools in the Lido area, separated by the circular kind of couch chair thingies.
It doesn't work.
Yeah,
I don't know about that middle thing. But
I don't quite know.
Nobody uses it.
Yeah, well, there were some people that would use them at times.
A couple times.
But,
They should have had hot tubs there.
And then they have a really small pool on the Lido deck in the back.
Which is super cool.
No, it's super cold.
Well, it is that too. But it's
Good Lord,
it's made to be like an infinity pool where you see straight over the side of the ship from the water level. Of course, you can't really have that, so it's, it's a piece of
frosted glass.
Yeah.
But it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah, but again, not a lot of room around it just because of where it's at. The Lido buffet, you can come outside and there's
Tables
seating
and
all
chairs.
around there. So it is tight.
And it's right there by this little tiny pool. Now the deck above that pool is probably the most beautiful place to sun yourself.
It is.
And actually the easiest place to find a lounge chair.
It is.
Although we definitely had days where we could not find a lounge chair anywhere on the ship. That has never happened to us before.
Yeah.
And there's tons of lounge chairs. Believe me, they have crunched them together. There's no tables between the lounge chairs because I guess they just need more chairs. So it's very packed.
It is.
But it's still hard to find one sometimes when the ship is full. Anyways, that deck looks out over the wake. It's absolutely beautiful view from up there. There's not tons of chairs, so it's a little bit more quiet than other areas. But right behind the chairs are a whole bunch of couches and lounge areas, which are very nice for smokers. If you don't want to smell the smoke, then it might not be the deck for you.
Yeah.
So we went there. anyways.
We sucked it up anyway,
Yeah.
so we went there because,
did.
again, finding lounge chairs where you could get into the sun was difficult on this ship.
Yes. And so, well, there's tons of them on the Lido deck that have a lot of sun, but it switches during the day because they're down in a hole also.
Right.
So half the day one side's shady and then the other side's shady. So.
You know, and I'm just going to bring this up. Love me, hate me, I don't really care at this point. But if you're a person that goes out, puts your towel on lounge chairs at 9 a.m. and then walks away, you're really not nice.
Stop! Just stop. And it forces other people to do it too. So it's just horrible to have all these empty lounge chairs that no one can use.
Yeah. So try hard
not
not to
fair.
save things that you're not using.
And Princess, at least on this ship, never took people's stuff off.
No. And I don't think that
They don't even have posted signs that I saw saying,
No.
like other ships do.
So some cruise lines are like, yeah, if you don't use it for 30 minutes, we're taking your stuff. But yeah, we haven't seen that here, and it obviously did not happen.
Yeah.
And so that just also led to the shortage of lounge chairs for sunning. Okay, enough of my complaining. Sorry about that. All right, let's talk about the ship for a minute. As a whole, the ship is beautiful.
Beautiful ship. Yeah. Really. And well-run ship, I think.
Yeah, I think it is well run. Difficulties that we've experienced with the ship, obviously we talked about just being crowded. The other thing is there were several times in the Lido deck where we were in the buffet trying to have either lunch or dinner, and the vibration was, well, breakfast too, the vibration was just horrid.
Yeah. I don't get seasick or anything, but the vibration will sometimes bother me. And I had to leave.
Yeah.
Like it was making me feel sick. It was so vibrating. And it seems to be especially when the ship is going very slowly, like in and out of a port or that kind of thing. But
I had someone tell me it was when the ship was turning.
but it wasn't turning when they said that. So
yeah. But
I don't know. It's kind of an off and on thing, but it's super annoying.
When you look in your coffee cup and you see all the waves kind of going like this, there's a lot of vibration going on.
Yeah.
But I will say, we've never felt that in our room.
No, our room is deck 12, the Aloha deck, and it's between midship and forward. And I have to say, this is a fantastic area of the ship. It's very stable and quiet.
Okay, kind of quiet.
Oh my gosh.
So if you've
this is a flaw.
If you have ever sailed this ship, please tell me, do you hear every toilet in this ship flush? The first few days, we couldn't even figure out what the sound was. And then we finally...
It honestly sounded like we're scraping across a reef or something. We're like, that can't possibly be.
I thought somebody was sliding plastic suitcases either in the room
I
above
thought
me
of that too.
or behind me or somewhere. And come to
And
find
even
out...
during the night, it was just odd times all times.
And so what we found out it's the flushing of toilets.
Yes, and not just your next door neighbor. You can hear a lot of toilets flush from this room. We're surrounded by cabins. And yeah.
I will say that the toilets do have high powered suction going on.
Yes.
From what we can hear, every toilet works.
Yeah, they seem to.
So
I will say though, like some of the public toilets and even the ones in your cabin, don't give up if you push it and it doesn't flush, because I've had to push them like
several
5 times and then they finally flush.
I've even had to go with the 2-thumb method of pushing the little bar in.
Me too. So don't give up and think it doesn't work. Just try again.
So if you've been on this ship, leave in the comments whether you've experienced the sound of flushing toilets going off all around you.
I think that it would be anywhere.
I think we just have a special cabin that all the plumbing pipes go around.
I don't know. Let us know what you think. So while we're talking about our cabin, we have an inside cabin, and it's been very comfortable.
Yes.
It has an unbelievable high amount of storage.
It does.
I'm shocked. For a little cabin, we didn't even use half of it. There's so much.
Well, we don't have a whole lot, but
that's true.
The storage is fabulous in the cabin. Bed is super comfortable. And actually, for an interior cabin, this is one of the largest ones I think I've been in.
It's pretty roomy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, it does have the little nightlight that comes on in the hallway outside the bathroom, which wakes him up. He hates it. only works like half the time. I don't know why. We've got the door open. Maybe there's things hanging on the door. I don't know.
The bucket, I don't know.
Anyways, I think it's nice when you get up in the middle of the night, but Tim hates it.
She loves to get up in the middle of the night. I swear she just goes and puts her hand by it just to wake me up.
So the bathroom, if you saw our Koningsdam review, I felt like that bathroom was the smallest shit bathroom I've ever been in.
But the shower was huge.
Yeah, it had a huge glass enclosed shower.
Mm-hmm.
So we got onto this ship and I said, this bathroom feels so much bigger to me. And Tim says it's not. It's the same size. It's actually even smaller, I think, because the shower is smaller.
I have to get out of the bathroom to dry off, okay? Comedians were making fun of the fact that if they dropped the bar of soap, they had to step out of the room to pick up the bar of soap.
Clearly a joke because there is no bar of soap. It's a pump. So, just saying though, it feels roomier, like if you're sitting on the toilet, because it doesn't have that glass door right next to you like on Holland America. You've got a glass door, a counter, and a door, and it's just like, on this one, if the shower curtains open, you have a couple feet of space there.
Okay.
So you don't feel so crowded. So I'm just gonna say not everything's negative about these kind of showers that have the shower curtains. It gives you more space in the bathroom.
I am sorry if I come across negative and wanting a large shower.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
The shower's been great though. The
yeah.
hot water,
instantaneous.
wow. Instant, and it lasts.
Yeah, it does. It's really nice.
Now, I'm gonna say a negative, but I have a positive after them. Okay, so there's like soap, obviously, and then there's shampoo, conditioner. Ladies, if you use even a small amount of conditioner, bring your own. The shampoo conditioner is like squeaky clean soapy shampoo, and your hair is nice and squeaky clean, but you cannot comb it, brush it. So I have to use a lot of extra conditioner of my own that I brought, so be sure you bring some. But the lotion in the bathroom, they have a nice big pump of lotion, and it's probably one of the better lotions that we've had on a cruise ship. It's
better than the Elmas?
Well, I like Elmas, but sometimes they water it down.
Oh.
And this is not watered down. This is nice, solid lotion. So, I don't know. Elmas is also very, very nice if nobody's watering it down.
And that's what we had on Holland.
Yeah, and it was
Holland
great on
ship.
Holland. I guess on Carnival, when we get the spa rooms, I think they water it down. Maybe just for me.
Okay. All right. What else about this ship is exciting?
Well, let's talk about the food.
Yeah.
So, the food varies. You know, it's a cruise ship.
Absolutely.
The food quality varies. One day, nothing has seasoning at all. You can't even get enough salt out of the shaker. And then the next day, after several days of that, you just assume it has no salt, so you salt it.
Never assume.
And then it turns out that day, everything was very salty. And sometimes things are just perfectly seasoned and perfectly made. Sometimes a lot of things on the buffet are kind of overcooked, but
sometimes
I don't know.
not.
The buffet has a lot of choices. They just don't vary that much.
True. And I think that's, again, we've been on here for 10 days doing the back-to-back thing. And I don't believe that the menu has varied at all.
For breakfast?
Yeah.
It does slightly. Like one day there'll be pretty hard biscuits and gravy and those triangle hash browns. But then that'll be only like maybe 3 days of the 10 days.
Okay.
The other days there's other stuff. Like I can't think what right now, but it does vary. It's not the same every single day, but it's pretty close. And a lot of the things are the same every day.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to say too, I was so excited because after being on the Majestic for a month, about a year ago, we were eating fantastic crepes for breakfast with all kinds of ingredient choices, crepes at dessert with fresh fruit and, really nice choices. So when I saw the crepe, plate, I was so excited.
How did it live up to its potential?
It's very rarely available, and when it is, one day I saw some cut up strawberries there, and they had like chocolate chips and things like that at dessert, but mostly it's like jam type things.
Preserves.
And some Nutella.
Yeah.
And no like savory crepes.
So, the crepes, a fail.
Crepes were a big fail, which is sad because I love them.
So, seeing how we're talking about food, what did you think of the salty dog?
The salty dog. Well, actually, I had mixed feelings about the salty dog. So, I would definitely not say they're one of the better burgers on a cruise ship.
Okay.
But they weren't bad. And, you know, if you salt it enough, then it's better. But they have chili dogs, which I actually kind of enjoyed the chili dogs.
Okay.
So, you know, I want to go back to the buffet for 1 minute.
Okay.
Because the best thing I think at the buffet is they have this one little section. They always have it. Sometimes even in between lunch and dinner they have it.
Mm-hmm.
Is this like kind of little taco bar. And it was good.
Okay.
And sometimes it's chili, sometimes it's taco meat, but they have taco shells, burrito, tortillas. They have chips and pretty good guacamole. So, anyways, not bad. Just saying.
Okay. So we covered a salty dog. What about pizza?
I had one slice of pizza and it was fine.
Okay.
Just fine.
So not
what about
exciting.
You? Did you have pizza?
I did. I had it a couple of times, and I'm just gonna say, yeah, nothing over the top, but nothing cardboard.
No.
All right, let's talk about the dining room for a minute.
I actually think the dining room is a very nice and relaxing place to eat. We had good service most of the time. It was usually very easy to get into the walk-in dinner in the Capri restaurant, except last night. I don't know why. Last night was formal night.
Because they had steak and lobster, that's why.
Formal night, you know, to be honest. We just gave up and we never ate dinner. It was really crowded. But they have 3 different dining rooms, and you can make reservations in one, or you can have a set dining in the other, or you can do the walk-ins. And most of the time we never waited for the walk-in. It was quite nice. Breakfast and lunch in the dining room, I thought was, you know, it wasn't any better than eating in the buffet.
Yeah,
it was just a better
atmosphere.
The dinners were much better than the buffet.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're quite good. We were pretty happy with our dinners, you know, the seasoning thing up and down.
Yeah.
I'm really disappointed that they don't really have more souffles for dessert anymore. They only had one night that they had a souffle on each sailing. I remember when they had a different souffle every night. Souffles are my favorite. So if you're a souffle person like me, you might be disappointed.
Specialty dining?
So we did not go to very many specialty situations, but we spent all our money on one.
Absolutely. And that is the 360 dining experience.
And if you want some fantastic food, incredible food, go to 360. And I'm sure the specialty dining is probably, you know, a cut above the dining room, but 360 is so immersive. And
oh, it's incredible. You know what? I think we should do a video on 360.
We will. We'll do a whole video on our 360, and they let us tape in there, so we can really show you a feel of what it was like, show you all the food. The best thing we had in there was the octopus.
Grilled octopus was incredible.
Oh my gosh, best octopus I've had in my life. The meat, though, with truffle butter, the steak was just melt in your mouth. I mean, it was really fantastic. Every course of the 7 courses. And
wine to go with it.
Even wine that is aged on the bottom of the ocean, which we've always wanted to try.
And so that was a delicious Grenache.
It was fantastic.
Fantastic. Went with everything well.
Yeah, so that's definitely worth it. I want to say it's like $129 a person, but it does include quite a bit of drinks,
Mm-hmm.
as well as 7 courses of fantastic food, and
Absolutely.
a show sort of like
Yeah,
thing. the way they do it.
presentation with just the visuals, and actually they had some aroma things going on in there too. But
really
you have to
special.
watch the video for that.
Really special.
How about spa? We won't talk about the exercise room because God knows we don't go there.
That looked good. Let's see. The spa itself, I did not get any spa treatments, and we really thought hard about doing the thermal spa because you were able to buy day passes.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. We just, on a budget, can only stretch it so far. So we didn't do it, but I wish we would have. You should do it. It looks pretty great.
Definitely something I'd recommend just by looking at it. We did get to do a little tour of it, and that's on the ship tour.
Yeah, you can see all of this on the ship tour. Of course, there's more places to eat and more bars than we've talked about. We can't talk about all of it here.
Right.
But it's been a great ship.
Yes. I've enjoyed it for the 20 days that we've been on it. We're still on it right now. This actually is our cabin we're sitting in.
Yes. Yes.
So one of the fun things that happened on this ship is that we were here for New Year's Eve.
It's always fun to celebrate a holiday on a ship. They have the budget to do the party right.
That's right. And they actually had 3 separate parties going on this ship. They had one going on in the Lido, one going on in the back, and one going on in the piazza.
Yeah, so in the Vista they had like the Irish band, and they were doing that kind of celebration like a pub party would feel. And then in the piazza, they asked that you wear your elegant wear if you wanted that sort of New Year's Eve. And
you weren't welcome.
the music I heard was from Gatsby. So it was quite nice. So we walked through there.
Yes.
We were not very dressed up. And so we went to the other one on the deck.
On the Lido deck. And that was a hoot and a half. They had the big TV screen for the countdown, and band was playing, and it was rocking.
It was really fun. Luckily, we're in the Caribbean, so it was still warm at midnight.
Absolutely.
But always try to spend a holiday on a cruise sometime because it's really fun. You can see Halloween on our Carnival Panorama vlog. We had so much fun spending Halloween on that ship.
Absolutely.
We have only 4 days on land, and then we're getting on the Emerald Princess. So be sure you subscribe and don't miss that. And then we follow that up with Royal Caribbean Explorer of the Seas, our first time on Royal Caribbean. So
that'll be an experience.
yeah.
So like we said, we're doing all of these cruises so that we can do ship tours and reviews and other little things that come along like the 360. So please subscribe.
Yeah.
We need subscribers.
Now, by the way, I do usually do a little vlog that, just kind of a light version of some of the things we did in ports
Not a daily vlog?
and on the ship. I'll get to that. But I usually put that on our other channel, which is Taste Life with Us, because that's where we share our daily life as full-time retired travelers. We don't travel full-time on cruises. It's a mix of cruise and land, but right now we are in a season of cruises, so most of our activities here on Cruise Through Retirement. But if you want to see those vlogs, do also go over and subscribe and look at the playlist on Taste Life with Us.
Absolutely.
If you want to see an actual daily vlog of a 25-day cruise, we've got one from the Carnival Panorama crossing from Singapore to Long Beach.
What a lot of work that was. So I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, because we'll never do it again. But it was a lot of fun, and we hope you can have fun enjoying it. And if you're not a regular cruiser or you've never done a long cruise like this, it's nice to see what really happened.
Thank you guys once again for taking time to just watch, participate by commenting, liking, always subscribe.
Yes, thank you so much for cruising with us through retirement, and we hope that you cruise through retirement on your own and have a fabulous time.
Look forward to seeing you out on the seas.